Kid Joker, in your game, your players are traveling across the country they're in and would realistically take 3 in-game weeks to reach their destination. You don't want to just poof them, but I don't know how to fill the gap and make it fun. Uh, well, uh, you want to strike a balance. You don't want it to feel cheap. You don't want to poof them there, but you also don't want to spend a lot of time slogging through stuff that nobody wants to really spend their time doing. So, what you could boil it down to is a series of checks, a series of rolls, a series of random events. And you can say, okay, listen, so here's what's going to happen. For every period of time, there's a chance I'm going to roll, and there's a chance that a random event could trigger, in which case you guys have to propose a solution. We're going to do a skill check, see how you guys handle it. Maybe that's going to diminish your supplies. Maybe that's going to, introduce some strain, and you guys are going to gain. Like maybe you'll come out of 3 weeks of travel, and now you have what's the thing called? I'm calling it strain, but like now you're weakened going into whatever the next adventure is. Or maybe you roll really well, and maybe so those that exhaustion. Thank you, Kid Joker. Words late, not make sense. Maybe you roll well, and maybe that bandit camp was actually deserted, and instead you gathered their loot. You got whatever they stole from the stagecoach. Now it's yours, right? So you could create, if it's 3 weeks, you could actually have a random roll every 2 or 3 days of that and play it through. You could set it up and sort of describe like, okay, so this is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Here's when these random events are triggered. Maybe it's like a 50-50 shot every day or something like that. But by turning the travel sequence into something like that, it's not just a teleport, and there is sort of an experience of traveling that they can relate to, but also you're doing everybody a favor and spending maybe 10 or 20 minutes at most doing something like that rather than an entire session. It's sort of like shopping. In my D&D campaigns, I give everybody basically one real go at shopping, and it's the first time that the party needs to basically go to the magic shop or go to the whatever. After that, I'm gonna really clamp down on most of that. I think it's fun the first time the party has the experience where they're talking to the magic shop, salesperson, and maybe it's a goblin or it's some really old elf or some powerful mage or something, and they try to steal something and they get their hands slapped, and the negotiation and the finding out what all the things do and describing the shop. I rarely do it more in a campaign, because after that experience has been had, if somebody needs to shop for something or somebody wants to buy something, it's like, send me a message in between session with what you're looking for, and I'll tell you what the prices are. You can, get it or not. Actually haggling, actually going through the motions for that. Honestly, thanks, go for it. Honestly, every group is different and is into it. Critical Role would have whole shopping sessions. I just don't think it's very much fun. I don't think it's that interesting, and I think it can really, really, really drag a campaign. So I try to expedite that, especially run it in between sessions, or in chat. You could use Discord and just run it as like an ongoing thread in between sessions. It's a good way to keep things going, but that's another example of like, ugh. The second one, Crane was the one who's Bruce is the one who just jumped up into the bed. That's the first cat head. Crane was the one who I was holding. They've got 2 beds over here that they have been rarely using. I've been talking about kicking them out. It's not on because this whole time, and I'm about to stop. So like the whole time I've been streaming here, they've been off exploring the house and sleeping other places, and now they show up. So we'll see. Maybe they'll change their habits and start doing it again. I can turn the cat camera back on.